Yay, capo.
Hey, thanks for meeting up with me again over coffee to talk about religion.
Yay, no problem. I'm glad to be part of the process of you figuring things out.
So I've been thinking some more, and I have a question. You told me that Christians believe Jesus is the one and only way to God. That kind of sounds arrogant to me, don't you think?
Well, it may sound arrogant, maybe because you feel if you accept the statement, then everything else has to be wrong. But you're thinking that only Christianity makes this kind of claim. In fact, other religions actually do the same. Can you think of any? Let's say Muslims, for example, their Quran is only sacred if read in Arabic tongue, so if you want a Muslim but you don't know Arabic, you cannot get to the true heart of the Muslim faith. And for you, as an agnostic, how do you think you may also be making a claim that is exclusive in some ways?
That's a good challenge. Let me think about that. Ponder. I see. Maybe by saying there is no God, I'm also saying all religious beliefs are wrong.
Yup, exactly.
Alright, I can give you that. Say I do and believe in God, but how can you say that there is only one way to God? What if all the religions have clues that point to ultimate true God?
What you said kind of reminds me of the analogy of the four blind men and an elephant. Have you heard of this story?
Yeah, I think so. All the blind men are only touching one part of the elephant, and in the end, they each have their own perspective of what they were touching, based on the part of the elephant they touched. Yeah, I would say that represents how I think about religions. We are all blind men grasping only one part of the truth.
So you said, we are your blind men grasping only one of part the truth? That in itself is already making a truth claim about the reality of this world. By creating this analogy, do you see you're actually removing yourself from the analogy? Instead of being a blind man in the story, you are actually claiming you see the whole picture, that you see the elephant, and you see the blind men touching it.
Okay, fine. Let's just say Christianity is the one true way. But isn't following the Bible's teaching so restrictive? It feels like other religions like Hinduism allows you to believe in any god you like, if you look at it that way. Hinduism allows more people to be part of their religion compared to Christianity.
Choosing any god you like does sound appealing, but eventually you'll wonder if you are worshipping the right god. Actually, the Greeks in Athens at one point were worshipping so many gods, they were scared they missed one. So they set up an altar to an unknown god. They were living in fear, and scared that they were not pleasing one of them.
I guess I would be scared of that too.
However, Christianity is actually the only religion not based on fear. Let me use the analogy of a relationship. You want to be in a relationship, right?
Haha, of course.
Well, would you rather be in a relationship where you have to follow entirely what your BF/GF wants? Or would you like to be in a relationship where you both let go of your preferences for each other?
That's a no-brainer. Of course, the second one.
Exactly. So isn't it interesting that in other religions, we have to try to do what the God wants and please them? It's just like the first relationship where you have to listen entirely to the boyfriend or girlfriend.
Never thought about it that way.
But in Christianity, it is God who surrendered everything first just to be in the relationship with us. Then he calls us to respond in the same way. That's why our relationship with God is actually a lot freer than you think.
Wow, mind blown.
Wow, mind blown.
Mind blown. Boom, 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 boom. Kapote. Boom. What kapote? Kapote.